Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my June 2022 digital marketing career walkthrough, where I will take you through just a handful of the over 200,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States. I'm also going to give you a little sneak preview of a video I'm going to be making called Will a Recession Affect Digital Marketing Jobs, or How Will It Affect? And I want you guys to feel very, very confident and comfortable to know that digital marketing is probably one of the best skill sets you could have during a potential recession. I want to point out a couple of things about that. First of all, there are over 200,000 open digital marketing jobs now in the United States on LinkedIn. Back in 2017, this is a screenshot from one of my walkthrough videos back in 2017, and I want you to notice that there were 20,000 open digital marketing jobs at the time. Now remember, back in 2017, people were getting hired all the time. The market was great, and it's only 10% of what it was only 10% of what it is now. So even if there is a drastic slowdown in the economy and a lot of these jobs go away, there will still be many, many jobs. And marketing is an essential component of every business, so it's not like it's just going to stop. It may slow down, but smart companies understand they have to keep spending during a recession. And you can look at this chart too, where it shows 2007, 2008, 2009, which was the last really big recession in the US. You can see that Google's advertising revenue went from 16 billion to 21 billion to 22 billion to 28 billion. And you can see how it's just grown so much. And you can see how it did slow down a bit between 2008 and 2009, but it's not like it went down and it didn't stop. People are still advertising. So I want you guys to bear that in mind. I'm going to go into this in more detail in a standalone video, but if you're watching this, I just think that should hopefully put your mind at ease. And I wanted to start with this opportunity that just popped up. I didn't even plan on talking about this, but because it's the first promoted job here, this is for digital marketing for Amazon advertising. Now, I don't really teach Amazon advertising in my course, but a lot of my students, once they learn Google advertising, they are able to get jobs with Amazon because they're similar in many ways. But here's what I think is very interesting. This says minimum 1 year of Amazon paid advertising and Microsoft Excel. Minimum 1 year of Amazon paid advertising, and it's a senior position. Okay, from 70K to 120,000 with 1 year of experience. Now, I actually just interviewed a student who did both Google PPC and Amazon, and I'm just using this to illustrate just how great the opportunities are in this field. There's very few fields where you can get a senior management title, and a lot of my students get that with 1 year of experience. It's pretty mind-blowing, or this type of salary. So I think that's pretty amazing. But now let's look over at some of the more honestly, that is an entry-level position at that point, because again, 1 year of experience. I mean, you do have to have a lot of advertising experience, but it's pretty remarkable. So let's jump over to some more of the PPC and SEO based jobs. This one is digital marketing specialist in Denver. This is an SEO position that's paying between 42 and 60, which is like the going rate these days, which is great for an entry-level position. I like when it says 4-year college degree or equivalent work experience, and that's where that is a clear signal they're looking for anybody that has any experience. Honestly, the funny thing is 4-year college degree is really equivalent to 0 work experience, because as I've shown you in other videos, a college degree is absolutely, completely irrelevant to anything you'd be doing in digital marketing. And it says right here, SEO professional with at least 1 year experience in digital marketing. And guys, I say this again and again, remember, if it says 1 year of experience, that is code for any experience at all. 1 year is like the lowest amount you will ever see. And they do want you to have some experience with Google Ads, which is great because I teach people to do both. Basic knowledge of Google Analytics. This is a very low-hanging fruit right here. And it looks like your competition has a little bit of digital marketing experience along with leadership, which, you know, I always kind of make fun of. It's because I think it's not a hard skill. But let's see. This is a really good opportunity where you have a chance to stand out. And also, as I go through these postings, I'm going to tell you, I did interview my student, Rain, who is a hiring manager at a big agency. He actually hired Keyshawn, my 20-year-old student. And he didn't actually know Keyshawn had taken my course. But what he talks about in our interview is how, even though there might be applicants who have 2 or 3 years of experience in digital marketing or search engine marketing, but that doesn't mean that they know how to communicate doesn't really mean they know what they're doing. And that's how my students continue to beat out people that have more experience. But I remember why I picked this one. This is an SEO job, guys. This is search engine optimization. This is, if you're in my course, you know this. This is organic traffic. This is not search engine marketing or Google ads, even though it says they want you to kind of, as a bonus, have Google ads experience. So you got digital marketing and search engine marketing. I don't see search engine optimization in here at all, meaning none of these 75 applicants have the actual main skill set that these guys need, which is why I am going to continuously recommend you get LinkedIn Premium so you feel very, very confident when you apply. You know that you are more qualified than most of the other applicants. So let's move on. Here is associate paid search. 2 weeks ago, only 25 applicants, and at Reprise Digital. I have quite a few students have been hired by Reprise Digital. And guys, if you're in my course, watch these walkthrough videos, and then if you're in the Facebook group, you see people getting hired. Look where people are getting hired, and keep your eye on those companies for new openings. So Reprise has hired people before. I love this. 0 to 2 years experience in advertising or interactive media. This is working with search engine reps to implement new tactics, placement ad units. So this is like a very junior level position. 0 to 2 years experience obviously means it's entry level, and I definitely think you guys could get this one. Again, 2 weeks ago, they've only had 25 applicants, and they don't have the competitive intelligence, but yeah, this is a really good opportunity, and it's a really good agency. Here is paid search analyst. This is remote. Work, reduce, create, implement, track, optimize paid search campaigns in Google AdWords. This is exactly what we teach in the course. You've seen it again and again. And when it says 1 to 2 years of hands-on paid search experience, Google Ads certification, you have that. And of course, the pivot tables. That's why I teach pivot tables in the course. But when you see, again, you see 1 to 2 years of experience of hands-on experience, 1 to 2 years of hands-on experience, that is code for you want somebody that knows what they're doing. And that's, again, what most marketing and digital marketing graduates do not have that. They have just been learning theory. And this one also doesn't have the competition, but I still think, I think this is a great one to apply for. Remote, flexible, 21 days of paid leave. That is amazing, guys, especially in the US. That is amazing. That is I'm going to keep an eye on this company. Actually, the name of the company is Work Reduce, so maybe that's why, but this is remarkable. I'm actually not going to close that window because 21 days off of holiday in the US is great. This one's interesting. So this is a paid search strategist. Look at the salary is very high, 70 to 90K. So what's interesting is they do want 3 years. They say they want 3 years of client-facing experience, strong knowledge of search ads, Google Analytics, etc., and quarterly bonuses. But here's what's interesting about this. Yeah, this one is one of those situations, guys, remember, where this is what I'm kind of training you guys to do, is remember, really analyze and understand these job postings. Thanks to LinkedIn Premium, I can see that most of the other applicants, there is someone with digital marketing and marketing strategy and creative problem solving, event planning, which has nothing to do with this, residence life, I don't know what that is, and online marketing. So basically what I'm seeing in here is I don't see anybody that actually has Google search or analytics experience, meaning that even if you have just done what's in the course and they want the 3 years experience, there is a very high probability that they will interview you. Because and they've only had 6 applicants. That's another thing to keep in mind. So I would definitely check this one out. This is hybrid, but again, when you have these great opportunities, whether I still always recommend being open to moving if the company is doing in office, and you can also, again, a situation like this where they need somebody, they're probably going to be open to remote because they've only had 6 applicants and they need people to manage those ads. Here is paid search display and paid social, entry level. This is Creative Circle. As I've told you guys again and again, get in touch with Creative Circle. They are an employment agency. They have tons of job postings. They want you to get hired. They will advocate for you because when you get hired, they get a commission. Search, SEM paid search, full-time, remote, or hybrid. And this is actually this is kind of funny. This is obviously one of the smallest job descriptions you've probably ever seen. Agency experience of plus, experience across SEM, SEO, and paid search. This is a very, very broad, general posting. But what happens with a lot of these jobs, especially in a city like Minneapolis, which is a small city, they are not going to be getting a lot of applicants that have SEM experience, Google Ads experience, or Facebook Ads experience. So I definitely, if you show up with your projects and your knowledge and just a little bit of experience, you will definitely get the attention of a recruiter over here. Here is paid search specialist, University of Louisville. I actually don't even know I don't think I was going to pick this one, but I'll go through it anyway. Bachelor's degree in related field. Now, this is kind of funny because I'm really curious to see if the University of Louisville really, really needs you to have a degree. I bet you money that they would hire someone without a degree because the people coming in with the degree doesn't know anything. This one, I actually don't know why I picked it, guys. So let's jump past to the next one, or I'll look further. No, I don't know why I clicked it. Sorry, guys. They can't all be winners. Let's keep going. You want to have that mindset when you're doing the job search, though. Not everyone's going to be a winner, but there are enough really great ones that make it really worthwhile. Oh, this is the senior one that I showed you before. Digital marketing search specialist, paid search, in-depth knowledge of paid search. They want product listing ads, which is like Google Shopping and Bing search. What was I going to say? This is, again, why do I show these where even I don't teach you guys Google Shopping in depth? Because, again, remember, why do people have success with my course? Because I teach you just enough to get hired. I don't give you information overload. There's already 40 hours of training. It's a lot of information. I don't want to, like, blow your mind out. And from what you learn in paid search, a lot of people do go on to learn about shopping ads. But what I just wanted to show you, even with 3 to 5 years experience, it's talking about, look at the competition. One of the skill sets out of the 13 applicants is digital marketing. The other people have social media marketing, photography, visual merchandising, customer service, and research. So, Amir, these guys put this thing up a week ago. They've only had 13 applicants, and nobody even knows anything about paid search. So again, guys, I want you to really get used to this. Really understand that your competition is not good. That gives you the opportunity to stand out. And I'll show you that again and again. Here is digital marketing specialist, Washington, United States, remote, multi-care, create and implement SEO audits, which is what you learn to do in the course. And it says 2 years of experience working in marketing, experience. Now, when they say proven working experience, what they really mean is like, can you do the job? Can you do the job? And again, once again, advertising, Google Ads, digital marketing, PowerPoint, SQL, leadership, MailChimp, content strategy. But I don't see anything in here about SEO, or specifically when you see SEO audit, if you're in my course, you know that means technical on-page SEO, site audits. Even though these guys, someone has content strategy and content marketing, that is not the same thing. That is not what they're looking for. They're looking, this is again, people who apply to jobs are just as careless sometimes as the people posting the jobs. When you see a job that says entry level, 5 years experience required, it goes the other way. These other applicants are not responding to what is needed for this job. It's not that hard, guys. You just have to show these guys you can do what they tell you they want you to do. Here is Associate Paid Search Manager, remote, 1 week ago. Keyword analysis, building lists, analyzing search volume, some copywriting. And then it says 1 to 2 years hands-on experience buying media, which is Google Ads. And again, guys, 1 to 2 years. This is a low barrier for entry. They want you to have some Excel. This bachelor's degree. This is so funny, guys. Again, if you watch my marketing video, when you see what you learn in these degrees, the finance and the math or the marketing, it is such nonsense. Remember, macroeconomics, microeconomics, calculus. Like, why would calculus have anything to do with digital marketing? I mean, my most successful students have never went to college, so it's kind of a silly thing. But anyway, let's see. I want to see. I save these tabs, then I open them all together, and sometimes it doesn't load. Yeah. So now again, look at, based on how they describe this, and probably because they did put this bachelor's degree thing on there with finance economics, they've got people who have skills in project management, team leadership, strategic leadership, business development. That's probably your business major, or your finance major. Defined contribution, problem solving, leadership. And I love leadership. And 1 online advertising. So 72 people applied, and not a single person talked about search engine management or SEO. Actually, I can kind of understand that because it does say paid search manager in the title, but it doesn't say paid search in the description. It just says you will be assisting the paid search manager. But this is why you gotta, so I had a student kind of complained about this the other day. Said, look, you gotta customize and like give the job as much attention as you want them to give you. If you are taking the course and you can read between the lines, you see the word paid search campaign here a few times. You know they're looking for Google Ads. And now you also know the fact that nobody applying has Google Ads. So you should feel really confident when you apply, because it's been a week. So Tabitha here is like, who are we going to hire? you want to have that confidence when you go into the application, even if they don't call you, but they will, like they do, and you should feel good about it. This one's interesting too. Look, remote, 55K a year. Now this one had over 200 applicants within 11 hours. Wow. Even though it says 100% must have agency experience, let's jump down. Do people have agency experience? No. Guys, this is hilarious. Like I just found this one and I thought this is like, I mean, I'm kind of a nerd for thinking this is funny, but look, 237 applicants. Online advertising. Microsoft PowerPoint, English. Literally, they put English as a skill set, guys. Okay, InDesign, Spanish as a skill set. Creativity, Microsoft Outlook, and customer satisfaction and sales. This is not the indication of people who have agency experience. And they put it in like bold with like an underline. You must have agency experience. And people applied anyway with like English as their skill set. Determine appropriate strategies and tactics to leverage based on client goals. Manage advertising budgets. Now, they didn't say it, but what they mean is Google ads and Bing ads and possibly paid social. But that's kind of on them because they didn't put like specific platforms. But anybody, oh, here it is. Certified in Google AdWords. Obviously, if you're going to be working, that's what you should have. Knowledge of campaign management tools. And Excel skills. And it's so funny to me is that it said 3 to 5 years of experience. People are applying. They didn't even put Excel. Like people are applying. They don't even have Excel as their, I mean, at least a lot of people know Excel, but no, English, customer satisfaction, and InDesign, and people are applying. So again, what does this mean, guys? It means that Slava here is drowning in terrible applications, and they all came in 11 hours, so he's just like tearing his hair out. Now you show up, you've got your basic experience you've generated from the course, you understand what Google Ads is, you understand account structure, you understand all of the stuff they're talking about here, analytics, Facebook, CPC, CPM, etc. You understand that. All these 200 other applicants, they don't. So who are they going to be interested in? They're going to be interested in you. This is great, by the way. If you see junior in the title, that is also great. Signal, junior digital marketing account manager, Shop Girl Media, online marketing consulting, campaign management for Google, Facebook, Pinterest, Amazon, and other digital advertising channels. Now, what that means when you see it, when you see an agency like this has happened with a lot of my students. It's cool because Google and Facebook are where all the money is. That is where even Amazon can't compete. Amazon is the biggest e-commerce retailer in the world, but as far as advertising, Google and Facebook are king and queen, whatever you want to call it. But these platforms, Pinterest, Amazon, and Twitter, they're all really good too. But what happens is sometimes if you come in and you show them you know the big ones, they may actually train you on Amazon and Pinterest. And then if they train you on Amazon and you get some experience, then in a year you could be eligible for a position like this, which is really why this field is so awesome. The fact that it says you'll be expected to attain Google certification is another indication this is a very junior, it says junior, but look, 1 year experience in online advertising, positive attitude, ability to learn quickly, showing that you have a desire to learn and that you're self-taught is so huge in interviews. Like, it's not enough on its own if you're just like, yeah, I like to learn, but if you've already been teaching yourself digital marketing, people respect that in this field, and you already are going to be Google certified. So guys, and let's look at the other applicants. This is like drum roll, please. What do you think the other applicants have? I don't know. Maybe they're good. Let's take a look. Oh, mom. I should do this like a game show, like Mr. Beast. Someone did have Google Analytics, which is great. Leadership, again with the leadership. Oh, team leadership. PowerPoint, public speaking, copywriting, Excel, and Word organizational skills. So like, seriously, guys, they're talking about Google and Facebook advertising. And they're like, I know how to organize things and speak in public and lead a team and make PowerPoint presentations. Like, what? So again, Katya here is like, who are we going to find? This stinks. And then you show up. And guys, if you're in my course, apply to this one. It's junior right there. You should do it if you've done everything in the course. Here is SEO content marketing specialist. Now we're into an SEO position. This is all about writing content that Google likes, so it will be ranked higher in Google's search results. SEO content, strategic SEO plans, collaboration, and again, 2 to 5 years of working knowledge of SEO best practices. That's really interesting because again, it didn't even say agency or work experience. It said knowledge. So guys, I know there's even guys in my course, people in my course who have dabbled in SEO before they took the course. So you really qualify for this. But again, if you show up with your few months of experience, you've got what they want, which is the knowledge of this stuff. And then, let's see, I'm just curious. I can't guarantee we're going to have another one of those aha moments. Here we go. What are the other applicants? So again, there are only 6 applicants a week ago. Okay, so the fact they've only had 6 applicants, guys, you should just apply. Because they only had 6 people to look at. Someone does have SEO, and someone does have content marketing. That's good. But what are the other things that people have? Facebook marketing, data analysis, marketing, hospitality management, and English. So that means what I think that could mean they had one really strong applicant and everybody else wasn't, meaning you want more than one really good applicant to look at when you're hiring. So I would apply for this. Let's see. Paid search specialist, the ad firm, Carlsbad, remote, 2 years of agency experience. This is paid media manager, PPC. This is going to be Google Ads, Google Local Ads, Facebook Ads, and Google Ads certification. Strong, organized to detail, desire to learn more. And again, when you see strong desire to learn more about PPC strategy, initiative, that is all code for want you to have working knowledge and experience, but we're going to train you and give you more responsibility. Work with team, develop, create campaigns. No one is set up to fail. They're going to be vetted. Like, it sounds like a really good team environment, good salary, etc. Now let's see if what the other applicants are like. This might have some good applicants. I mean, it very well might. It looks like a really good job. Okay, so the competition on this one has Google Ads, e-commerce, search engine marketing. So these are a lot more relevant applicants here, but I would still apply, because like when I talked to Rainer about this, he said even the people that have like SEO and SEM experience, a lot of them don't know how to talk about it in the interview. And what Rainer said is really it's clear that people really don't know what they're doing even when they have a couple years of experience, which is why I teach my students in such detail to get the foundations and the fundamentals so they really understand and then can communicate it effectively in an interview. So now we're looking at paid search associate, Orchard Digital Marketing, Cincinnati, Ohio. Paid search associate, understand client objectives, manage and optimize Google Ads. Very straightforward. Requirements, Bachelor's of Science in Marketing. Again, not really a requirement. Google Ads experience, a plus. That is a big signal, guys, that this is a very junior position. And it looks like even though they have 11 applicants, we do not have any data on those applicants. But I would venture to say, again, this is on-site in Cincinnati. So again, if you don't live in Cincinnati, I would still apply, guys, because they got 11 applicants and the bar is very low. And I doubt they're finding too many people in Cincinnati that have this skill set. Let's see. Digital marketing coordinator, Milwaukee, assistant creation, execution, optimization of content and campaigns across digital marketing channels, email, social media, paid search. So this is kind of a mixture of a few different things, collaboration. And then it says 3 equivalent combination of bachelor's degree. This is why the people posting this often don't know what they're talking about. Because, like, again, the 4 years spent in college is wasted time. You didn't learn. Again, remember what I showed you about the marketing degree? Like 75% of your classes, actually 90% of your classes are not about marketing at all. They're about macroeconomics or calculus or English or religion. So this idea that somehow 3 to 5 years of experience is equivalent, it's just not accurate. You know, you don't. But my point is, you don't need 3 to 5 years of digital experience, even if you don't have a degree. Knowledge, there you go. Knowledge of channels, LinkedIn, Facebook, email, Google Analytics, etc. And what kind of people are applying? And again, with this language, you can kind of see that this isn't necessarily going to attract like the most like senior level candidates. And so what do we get here? Well, we do have mostly entry level candidates, and you've got communication, teamwork, team building, restaurant management. That's really interesting. Like, I don't know how that's relevant. Interpersonal skills, customer satisfaction. Once again, this is hybrid. They've only had 9 applicants in 6 days. Really good opportunity right here. So here's another junior position. Clearly junior, again, means very little experience. In fact, by this one was interesting because it says under guided supervision, contribute to strategies to achieve marketing goals. And what they want is, you said you're going to manage paid campaigns limited to Facebook, Google Ads, LinkedIn, and even TikTok ads, which again, people have asked me about TikTok, and I'm like, it's so huge, but from the job perspective, it's not that big yet. It likely will become that way in the future, but it's not there right now. But what's interesting, it says college level marketing coursework, projects, and internships. And I'm 100% confident, guys, confident when it says projects and internships, the experience you generate in my course is going to be more impressive than any college marketing coursework. Because again, remember guys, those guys are learning about old school, outdated, like customer satisfaction and like, they're learning about really a lot of outdated marketing concepts. Remember, digital marketing is an elective. So the fact that you will be showing a project that demonstrates that you know Google Ads account structure, you run accounts, you built websites, will definitely make you stand out from anybody else who has applied for this. They've got 12 applicants. And again, this is in a small city in Idaho. I'm not sure if it's, it looks like it says internship, actually. I didn't even notice that. But I believe, yeah, you would have to talk to them and see if it's, what the pay is on this. It's just it's a very like low barrier for entry. But again, whether it could be remote or not, I always tell people if you're young and hungry and you want to move, like I actually had a student, Ty, he moved to Idaho for a job. And it's an option. Again, it's better, it's smarter than going to college. People move across the country for college and get into debt. You can move across the country and actually get trained and get paid. So look at the skill set, strategic thinking, sports as a skill set. Wow. That is a college graduate right there. That is a recent college graduate who has no job experience. Microsoft Word, time management, big data analytics. You would definitely stand out for this one. Let's see, we're almost done. Vital's looking for an organized and energetic coordinator. So coordinator is this position. I think I put it in here because again, this is just a very, very low barrier for entry. In fact, this may even be appropriate if you haven't taken my course because it's it's a coordinator position. It's like you're not actually doing account management. It talks about email marketing, so you might need to have that skill set, but I'm talking about distributing blog posts. And it's so funny, even it says 2 years of agency experience is needed. You really don't because you're working with account managers and specialists. Basically, they're likely doing all the really intense analysis, and they just want you to learn the ins and outs of marketing software systems, analytics, WordPress, tag manager, all this stuff. A lot of this stuff you already know from the course. Time management, they're talking about. Yeah, and then it says here, what's interesting is it says have an understanding of digital marketing related terms. Search engine optimization, link building, social media marketing, blogging. So it's like interesting where they're like, you need to have 2 years of agency experience, but you only need to have an understanding of basic digital marketing terms. That is an indication to me, and familiar with Google Sheets. So this is a very, very, very entry level position. This is, I don't know, I guess like it's a hybrid position. So again, this isn't exactly what I encourage you guys to go for because I want you to really get like an analyst position, but it's definitely something to look into, something like this. Let's see, this one, experienced search engine marketing specialist, SEO, SEM manager. They want you to do, this is kind of interesting because they're saying SEO and SEM. So it looks like this is mostly SEO. Yeah, they're not quite that clear because they're talking about SEO primarily. Okay, so you have to kind of sift through these postings to see that. Stay up to date with SEO and digital marketing best practices. This is a local business thing. When you see BBP and Yelp and Google My Business, those are all local business things. And it says 1 year of experience, SEO strategy. And they might want you to actually know Google Ads, but this has got to be an SEO position. It's in Reno, which is a small market, and again, you would stand out. There's not a lot of talent in Reno for digital marketing. Yeah, and look at it looks like somebody did have search engine marketing, but that's what's kind of funny. Like whoever wrote this up shouldn't have put search engine marketing because search engine marketing is paid and SEO is not. So even though it says SEO and SEM on there, I don't see one of these applicants having search engine optimization skills. I do see organic search, which might is the one skill set out of the 9 listed here: WordPress, affiliate marketing, content marketing. So it looks like the competition here is a little better than some other jobs, but I would still apply. I think showing off what you've learned with a site audit and any SEO clients that you've gotten, even very basic ones, would make you stand out in this particular one. So over here, digital marketing specialist, creative circle. Remember guys, when you see creative circle, that means it's an agency, which means they want to help you get this job. It's a freelance, $55 an hour. What's interesting is it says, marketing campaigns, Facebook ads. But what it talks about is 3 years marketing experience, but then it says 1 year experience hands-on with Facebook ads, which is, again, another signal that they are open to people with less experience. Now, it says preferred, they want someone with 10K a month or more, which, I've had students who've gotten into volunteering. They've gotten volunteering opportunities where they've managed to help at like a nonprofit with a big budget, and you guys can do that even if you have very little experience. But it says preferred qualification. So what that tells me is that if you show up and you've helped a client that had a $500 a month or $1,000 a month, ad spend, but you actually have the hands-on experience, then that is a very good, you have a very good shot of being considered for this job. And I just want to see if there's any. Yeah, it looks like, what are your companies? Digital marketing, advertising, Google Ads, Facebook marketing. That's good. But you got communication, leadership, web design, equity trading, and equity research. So that's really interesting. Again, guys, when you see equity trading and equity research, which is stocks, you're like, who's applying for these jobs? And they've only had 11 applicants in a week. I would definitely check that out. Similarly, 24/7 Talent, that's another agency. Drive and accelerate business growth, digital initiatives, SEM, organic, bachelor's degree preferred, but really they don't care. And then it says 1 year of paid social management, which is Facebook, and knowledge of SEO, which you will have from the course, which is great. And I don't know if this one is actually showing so advertising, digital marketing, graphic design, website promotion, content marketing, content strategy, Mandarin, which is a good skill set, but it's not really relevant here. Sprout Social and Adobe Illustrator. Again, it doesn't look like, and there's entry-level applicant, doesn't look like anybody is speaking to the search engine management, display, and paid social, meaning Facebook ads. I don't see that in there. So again, look for these opportunities, guys. You can definitely get them. And the last one here I like, which is kind of wacky, that's $42,000 to $95,000, which again, when you see that huge of a gap, it means that they're really hoping to get somebody with a lot of experience, but they're open to people with less. 1 to 2 years prior paid search experience, Google Ads, which again is code for we want anybody who knows anything. Possess a bachelor's degree in marketing. No, you don't, because they really don't care that you studied macroeconomics and calculus, and they want you to be certified. Knowledge of HTML, which you don't see it that much, but that's like can you install tags and code on a website? And then it says prior experience with PPC management platform, which I assume you'd have if you have the 2 to 3 years of experience. But anyway, let's take a look here. Your competition has experience with a little bit of digital marketing, but mostly leadership, project management, customer service, communication, and PowerPoint and Office. Meaning that if you actually do have Google Ads experience and Bing Ads, the actual hard skills, you are more qualified than most of the other 59 applicants. So as you can hear, my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. But again, I want you to feel inspired. I want you to feel confident, no matter what's happening in the economy. Even if like 90% of the jobs disappeared, which won't happen, but even if 90% of the jobs disappeared and there were only 20,000 jobs left, there would still be opportunities. And it's going to keep growing. And I believe this, if there is a recession, it will be it is a correction for all of the events that happened in the last couple of years. And eventually the economy will stabilize and things will just continue to grow. Because they always have. There's these hiccups and then things grow. So this is still a great field to get into. If you're in my course, I hope this inspired you. If you're not in the course and you want to learn more about how I help people get jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education, jobs like these, please check out my free masterclass by clicking the link below. And, feel free to send me questions, Seth@digitalcareerblueprint.com. I love answering questions. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video.